Alright, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the eraser tool. So the eraser tool changes pixels to the background, color, or makes them transparent. Okay, so an example of that would be if I grab this black rectangle right here and use the eraser tool. I erase that, right? And what's that doing? Well, the background is white, right? So if I take the background off, okay, it should be, well, okay, it's still not working. Oh, there you go. So the background is white, okay? So you can see when I erase, it's going to show whatever the background is. So if the background is transparent, it would be transparent. If it's white, it's going to be white. If it was red, it would be red, etc. Okay? So that's how you utilize the eraser tool. So I'll turn all the layers back on. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the paint bucket tool, also known as the gradient tool. Okay, so with this one, what we can do is we'll just talk about the paint bucket tool first. So let's go ahead and make a new layer. Put this at the top, okay? And let's draw a layer, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the rectangular marquee tool, and let's just hit Command A, okay? And then hit the letter G. Oh, that's a 3D. There we go. Alright, so I have this correct tool selected there. So, this is the paint bucket tool, okay? Now we're highlighting the gradient tool, so we're going to utilize both. So I wanted to show you the bucket tool first because that's going to give you one color, okay? And then the gradient tool, which if I click on this and go to the gradient tool, that will give me more than one color, okay? So I can go in here and I can grab blues, right? And then just drag down and I have a gradient. And there you go. So that's the gradient tool. So hit Command S. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the blur tool. So it blurs areas in an image. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's draw a rectangle out first. So we'll create a new layer here on top of the gradient. And I'm just going to draw it like this. And then let's also, instead of a gradient, let's just give it the paint bucket tool and paint there. Hit Command D to deselect, Command S to save. Then let's go ahead and grab the blur tool and let's make this brush a little bigger. Let's do all the way 5,000, well, not 5,000 pixels. Let's do like 200. 201 is fine. Okay, and then draw over that. And that should blur it out. Now, that doesn't work because it's not actually an image, but if you had an image like this bird, then you could just draw over it and it would blur out the bird, okay? So there's nothing to blur out because it's a plain color. But if it had an object in it, then it would blur, okay? So that is the blur tool. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the dodge tool. So the dodge tool lightens areas in an image. Now again, the perfect example would be the example that they show here on the left of the dog, the picture of the dog where it's a dark color and then you put the dodge tool on there and it lightens the area. Okay, it gives it a little more brightness basically. Okay, so we can do that here and it will give it a little brightness. Okay, we can still do it. It's going to make it lighter, but it's not going to do the same effect as this. Okay, but we can also select a bigger brush so that it's easier to do it. Okay, so when I click and I just keep clicking, it'll fill it in because I used the largest brush they have, 5,000 pixels. Okay, and you can see it's making it really bright. And it's catching up to what I'm doing. Now I can hardly see it. So we'll give it a second to catch up here. It really works. You know, the dodge tool is great. I basically turned it from red to white, which is fine. Okay, so let's hit Command S to save. Control S to save on the PC. That's the Dodge tool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the pen tool. So the pen tool, if I select the pen tool, you can see that when you think about the pen tool, I want you to think about points. So the pen tool, what it will do is it will draw points. So when I draw my first point, it's going to do nothing until I extend that point out to here, and then I can draw up here, go over, and then down and connect it back to the other point. Okay, so your starting point is here, then you go over here, you can go up there, over here, and then you want to end that point here. Okay, you can also subtract that point. Okay, and what that does is I deleted that point and then it changed the shape. I can delete this point. Okay, now it's just a straight line. Then I can extend the point, or I can delete the point and then start drawing again. Okay, let's see if I have. So that's how the pen tool works. All right, so I'll draw a little bit here, right there, and then we'll move this over just so you can kind of see what we did. Okay, maybe not. I'll save that, and then we can start drawing again. Okay, so that's how you utilize the pen tool. So thanks for watching, and before I go, let's hit Command S to save, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the horizontal type tool. So it adds horizontal type. So if I just click here, now Adobe has lorem ipsum as default text, just so you have filler, which I think is a brilliant idea, because that way if you're laying out, I'll give you an example. If you're laying out a magazine and you don't have any content written yet, you have fill, okay? And that fill can be used just to get a feel for what the design or the layout of the magazine will be for each page. Okay, it's a great way to get everything set up and then bring the content in, and then you know exactly how many characters you have. It just helps with the planning process. Okay, so that's the horizontal type tool. Now what you can do with this is we can, if we double click on it, we can change the color. Okay, so I can make it red, we can do like a lime green, we can do a white, you could do a black, whatever color you want you can get away with, right? Then you can edit the font, so we can make it bold, we can do let's do Arial black for a little thicker font, right? You can adjust the size, so we can go up to 72 pixels or points. You can type in a custom size outside of that scope, so if you want to make it bigger than that, you certainly can. And then you can utilize the move tool to move it around, okay, and do what you need to do there. Also with this, you can use the vertical type tool, okay, and then you can also use the mask tools where you can mask that text with like a design, okay, or a pattern, basically what it is, or something that works with your design. Okay, so that is the horizontal type tool. I'm gonna hit Command S to save. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty, welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the path selection tool. Okay, so the path selection tool selects a whole path. Okay, so if I select that, I can click, well, I should be able to click, but the kicker here is you need a vector graphic. So we need to utilize the rectangle tool. So the rectangle tool draws a vector graphic. So what is the difference between a vector graphic and the marquee, the rectangular marquee tool? Well, here's the difference. The rectangle tool draws a vector graphic. A vector graphic doesn't lose quality if you zoom in or out. Okay, that's a vector graphic. A rasterized graphic, when you zoom in, you lose quality. It gets pixelated. Okay, so rasterized graphics are normally used for the web. They're used for videos. They're used for digital design. Okay, For print design, you're using vector. I almost said raster. You're using vector. You're using vector because you don't want to lose the quality, okay? Because it gives you the ability to expand the graphic and shrink the graphic down. So, for example, when you create a logo, you can make it in RGB, but you make it a vector. That way, you can adjust the size of it, and then you can use it for print, you can use it for digital, you can use it for business cards, whatever you need, and you can shrink it down and expand it out, and it's easy to utilize. Okay, so that's what graphics are in terms of rasterize and vector. Okay, now back to what we were talking about with the path selection tool. You see how I can select this, okay, and I can move it around. This only works for vector graphics. So if I go into the rectangular tool and I click on, I think it's control. For me, it's control. If you click on the little tab here, you can switch the shapes, right? So I can do ellipse, I can do a triangle. So let's draw a triangle. Hold shift, draw a triangle. Then we're gonna do one more. Okay, we'll do a polygon, okay? And then I'll hold shift to, there you go. And then when I go to the path selection tool, guess what? I can select any of these graphics. So for example, well, I should be able to if I know what I'm talking about. I can select it just by clicking on it and then drag it over. Then I need to go to the polygon and select that, but I need to select the layer to make sure it's selected. Okay, so it does restrict you a little bit, but that's how you use the path selection tool. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the rectangle tool. So in the previous video, we basically talked about what the rectangle tool is. It's basically vector graphics, and it's not just a rectangle tool. You also have the following. You have rectangle tool, ellipse tool, triangle tool, polygon tool, line tool, and then the custom shape tool. And this one is cool, the custom shape tool, because there's a gazillion, I should say, lots of different shapes that you can grab from this. And this is not even scratching the surface on what you can do with this. You can also grab libraries, okay? So we can import shapes. This is all I have right now, but you could literally go and get more. So let's grab this palm tree, okay? I'm gonna hold shift, okay? And then if I hit V for the move tool, hold Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac, I can copy this and make a cool looking red palm tree. And multiple of them. And they're vector. So let's hit Command S to save. So that is in a nutshell, that is the rectangle tool, ellipse tool, triangle tool, polygon tool, line tool, and the custom shape tool. Okay? So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the hand tool. So the hand tool pans over different parts of an image. So when you are not zoomed in, you can use it to pan to the right, to the left, tilt up, and tilt down, okay? So that's really what the hand tool is for. What I utilize the hand tool for mostly is when I zoom in. So when I zoom in, so if I hit the letter Z and just zoom in like a madman, I hold spacebar and I can grab the hand tool and move it around, okay? So I'll use my left hand to hold spacebar and then my right hand to move the hand tool around so I can really get in and edit the detail that I need to, okay? Now we can zoom out, so I'll hold Option until I see the minus sign, and then hold spacebar and drag to kind of get it lined up. So that is the hand tool. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the zoom tool. So the zoom tool is already selected. You'll notice that when we have it selected, you can zoom in and out of an image using the zoom tool, and if you hit the letter Z, that will zoom in for you, and if you hold Option on the Mac, Alt on the PC, it'll zoom out, okay? And that's the zoom tool. And then you can also use the hand tool with spacebar, and then click and drag around your canvas to work on a specific area of your project. Okay, so that's the zoom tool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about a summary of the tools that we learned. So we talked about the move tool, the rectangular tool, well, the rectangular marquee tool, and the move tool, the keyboard shortcut for that is V. For the rectangular marquee tool, the shortcut is M. We talked about the lasso tool, and the keyboard shortcut is L. We talked about the object selection tool, and the keyboard shortcut for that is W. We covered the crop tool, and the keyboard shortcut for that is C. We talked about the frame tool, and the keyboard shortcut for that is K. The eyedropper tool, and the keyboard shortcut is I. The spot healing brush tool, and the keyboard shortcut is J. The brush tool, and the keyboard shortcut is B. The clone stamp tool, and the keyboard shortcut is S. The history brush tool, and the keyboard shortcut is Y. The eraser tool with the keyboard shortcut of E, the paint bucket tool with the keyboard shortcut of G, the blur tool with no keyboard shortcut, the dodge tool with the keyboard shortcut of O, the pen tool with the keyboard shortcut of P, the horizontal type tool with the keyboard shortcut of T, the path selection tool with a keyboard shortcut of A, the rectangle tool with a keyboard shortcut of U, the hand tool with a keyboard shortcut of H, and also spacebar if you're zoomed in. You can just hold spacebar and the hand tool will appear, and then the zoom tool with the keyboard shortcut of Z. So you can see that we talked about a lot of different tools, okay? We did a lot of different things with this project, and not really a project, just kind of a demo of how to utilize the tools, but it's important to understand how to create layers and how to work with the tools. So when we start doing projects, you know how to get around, okay? And then we can start having fun making projects, because this is not the best part of the course. This is the introduction. You know, we spend an hour and a half or however long it is to introduce you to the basic concepts, so once we get into the projects, you can hit the ground running. And you're not like, well, what does this thing do? Or what does that do? You know, then we can just have fun making stuff. Okay. So that's the summary. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.